You got 4 out of 15 for writing this. See the way it says first principles? A lot of you would have gotten marks for this. You just write down the right-hand sides. And if you write down all of the right-hand sides, like this, and everybody good with that? We all good? Okay. Next thing. This isn't our usual type, is it? Our usual type would be something like this, wouldn't it? And we just replace the x with x plus h and we go through our full procedure. So here's the trick you missed. You missed what's called the difference of two cubes, or adding two cubes together. Does anybody remember this formula? Would I ask you to write it into your tables? Huh? Who remembers that one? Any idea how to do this one here now? That red one? What's it? 2x to b? So who got a 2x plus y? And then on the, oh, sorry, 2x plus 1, right? Yeah, that's the one, yeah. 2x plus 1. What's x squared? X squared is now 2x to be squared, which is? And then minus 2x times 1. And then y times y, 1. We all agreed with that? Okay. Now what happens now? Because there is another 2x plus 1 on the bottom, isn't there? What happens? So actually the question is actually asking us, this one here, to be honest, is a bit of a KO of a question straight out the first. All right. Now, sorry, I forgot step 2. So that's step 1, f of x, isn't it? Now, how do we do f of x plus h now? X plus h every single time you see x. Now, we're going to have to do x plus h squared, aren't we? So I'm just going to multiply that out now. Agreed? And then we're also going to have to do 2 times x plus h, which will be minus 2x minus 2h. And then the last part will be the plus 1. Is that all right with you guys? What do we do next? So 4x squared and then 8hx, yeah? And then 4h squared, yeah? Minus 2x minus plus 1. Take away the fx value, which is minus 4x squared plus 2x, take away 1. Anything that doesn't have a h, what should happen? You got it? What's left? Okay. We're all going to divide that by. So what's left over then? So 8x, yeah? Plus 4h. Give me a second with that last part. Oh, yeah. 4h minus 2. And what happens to the h's? They turn to? And what's my answer? 8x minus 2. And if you differentiate this, what would have happened? 8x minus 2. All right, yeah. Yo. We got to answer this one, and it's a log, yeah? Now, does anybody remember the rule for a log fraction? What's log 7 over 3? Log 7 minus log 3, right? So would everybody agree that this is log x plus 2 minus log basically root x squared minus 4. Now see the x squared minus, see the square root sign. What can I change that with? I can change it to the power of a half. Okay. Now, what's the power rule I can use? Anybody remember? Bring it to the front. And then what? You get x squared minus 4. Does everybody see log base e? What's that better known as? It's ln, isn't it? Now, what's the rule for differentiating ln x? Ln x is 1 over x. For argument's sake, how would you differentiate ln, for argument's sake, x squared minus 4? How would you differentiate that one? 1 over x squared minus 4, yeah? Differentiate x squared minus 4. 2x, isn't it? So we've actually differentiated that one already now, haven't we? So it's a half 1 over x squared minus 4 multiplied by 2x, yeah? And how do we differentiate this one? 1 over, and then differentiate x plus 2, 1. Now, okay, are we fully factorized? The 2's cancel, don't they? And would you agree that it's x over x squared minus 4? Is x squared minus 4 fully factorized? Difference of 2 squares. Once again, I'd expect us all to attempt the question, but for any of you to get full marks would be an absolute ask. Now, 1 over x plus 2, right? Now how should I get a common denominator here? By x minus. I give a common denominator, won't it? And finally, we have x plus 2 and x minus 2 on the bottom. And what's on top then? X minus 2 take away x, which is? It's 2. And does that meet the description of our answer? Multiply it back out again. Look at that. And that's just... I didn't have to correct this far, you see, because nobody made it that far. Like some people actually made it to this stage here. I think there was mid-partial credit for that if you did it properly. Okay, so nobody actually made it this far, so I actually haven't had to go this far yet. So here's how I do this. I do minus 2 over, and I multiply it back out into x squared minus 4. And see the way the x, they want the x part to be minus. I'd multiply top and bottom by minus 1. And see now, the a value is 2, the b value is 4. And we're done. Here we go. Tangent, right? Now, multiply out the bottom parts. Okay. Now, when you see the word slope and you see a formula, how do you get the slope from that formula? First derivative. And how do I do the first derivative? You should have all attempted a first derivative. Do you get what I'm saying? There should have been 4 or 6 out of 10 here, no hassle. No hassle whatsoever. Just do a quotient rule, lads. And you're well able to do this. So when you see the word slope and you see a generic formula, you're differentiating, aren't you? What's the u dx? And v? X squared plus 3x, and then the v dx? 2x plus 3. Okay, differentiate. And what do we get? So remember the quotient rule? V times the u dx minus all over v squared. So what's v again? Yeah. What's next part? A. Next part after that? What's it? Ax plus b? Into 2x plus 3. That's complicated, isn't it? All over. Now, let's use our head here. Did they give me an x value for which the slope is actually a quarter? Here it is, look. When the x value is 1, the slope is, anywhere you see an x, replace it with 1. Happy days. What's 1 squared plus 3 times 1? Huh? So change that to 4a. X times 1 again, that's minus. That's a plus b. Replace x with 1 here, 5. And on the bottom, 4 squared, yeah? Isn't that a lot more manageable? And the answer equals a quarter, yeah? So what do we get here then on top? 4a minus, which is minus a minus 5b all over, equals quarter, yeah? Bring the 16 upwards and divide it by 4. So what's 16 divided by 4? 4. What type of equation is this? 2 letters. It's half of a simultaneous, isn't it? This is where most just got 4 out of 10 from. Don't even think you knew why you got 4 out of 10, but you got 4 out of 10, right? So here's why you got 4 out of 10. You know a point on the graph, don't you? You know that when the y value is 3, the x value is 1. So what you all unknowingly or not, you knew to put in the x and the y value. You get what I'm saying? So we drag this downwards. Okay. Now, you ready for this? Okay. So here's what you're gonna get. What you say x is 1, y is 3 equals a times 1, which is, and 1 and 1 here, all over 4, cross multiply, a plus b equals 12, add downwards. What do we get? Minus 4b is 16, and then b equals minus 4, and that would mean a is what? What minus 4 is 12? 16. We're done.